Hey guys, 4000 series is somewhere around either a year or two away, so everybody is getting set up for that. I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't, and probably a lot of people are not going to like me. So before we get on, don't forget to like the video if you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, link is down below to the merch store. Go get some great merch. So something that I've noticed, something I've noticed since joining the PC race, as we're going to put it, and honestly something a lot of YouTubers or big tech influencers have noticed, is how much people get really into upgrading their PC whenever a new generation comes out, having to have the greatest and the best of the best. Now, a good portion of this just happens to be because they see a lot of YouTubers with the greatest, and they want that because that's what they see us have. I say us being kind of generic there because I'm not really one of those people either. I'm a very small-time YouTuber. However, I do have a higher-end GPU. I have a 3070 Ti. I'm not going to get a 4000 series. If I do, it'll be for testing. I'm not going to use it. I don't need it. I have a 3070 in there. I don't need anything better. I could honestly be fine with a 1060 or a 1070, which is what over 10% of people that play on Steam have. You can honestly get by on most things, on most games. You can get by with 10,000 series, 16 or even 2000 series at the very most. You don't need a 3000 series. You don't need the 10. You don't need the 4000 series. You can get around with a lot of stuff. You don't have to have the best. You don't have to have the best CPUs. You don't have to have the best GPU. Having something that is perfectly fine and not going to cost an arm and a leg is perfectly fine for most people's use case. Now, if you're video editing, if you're wanting to play all your games at max settings, you do need a slightly beefier graphics card, yes, but you still don't need the best. I edited videos for an entire year on a 2060, a short 2060 with one fan. So trust me when I say you are perfectly fine with a 10 series, a 16 series, or even 20 series card. You could probably use the 20 and 16 series to 2028, depending on your use case. NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel are all going to want you to redo your graphics each time they put one out. Don't fall for it. They're messing with you because they want you to spend your money so they can get more money. That's what they want. That's how businesses work. They have to pay their stock owners. How they pay their stock owners is by selling product. And honestly, I'm not really super enthused about how all this has been going. AMD and NVIDIA are basically stuck at right now at being pretty much par for the course for both. NVIDIA still has slight leads because of a few things they have that AMD doesn't. But now that Intel's joining the race, that's going to add a third horse that could shake things up, could go horribly for everybody. We don't know. I mean, the fact that the top 10 cards that are used on Steam are all NVIDIA does speak a lot. And honestly, looking at it, almost all of them are 16s and 10 series. There's one 2000 series and two 3000 series. And all three of those are of the 60 variety, which is the lowest end of the graphics cards for those. There's a 1650 and a bunch of 10 series. It's mostly the 10 series that are still out there. 10 series is what most people have because they don't want to upgrade their graphics. They don't need to. There are plenty of YouTubers who are at home right now using 10,000 series cards at their home computers because they don't need more than that for what they do at home. Now, my card is also my main editing card, my main gaming card, and honestly, I've been looking at doing 3D rendering and making certain things using a 3D printer if I ever want to. So I do need a slightly better card. The 3070 Ti was just because I don't want to upgrade for at least the next 10 years. This card probably can last me 10 years, especially if I were to do a few things to help that, which would be changing the paste and thermal pads every now and then. I think it's recommended every 4 or 5 years, but let me take a look first. 3 to 5 years, I got that right. I would probably land more towards that 4-year mark because I don't run it that hard. I'm not overclocking the thing, I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just running it very hard at certain periods of time. That'll help keep the temperatures down because it'll help give off that heat in a much better fashion. You can get a very good amount of cooling in your system. I have 7 fans in my system. There's no way my system's not getting cooled enough. There are a lot of things you can do to keep your system in order and working at a very good rate. This is even going for CPUs. You don't really need the best CPU. A 6 or even 8 core CPU would be perfectly fine for most things. 6 core, 8 cores, just if you want to get one that has integrated graphics, which means you can focus more of your budget to making sure your PC is good on cooling and airflow. Heck, you could also just completely water cool this thing, but that makes it expensive, so I don't recommend that. But it would give you an immense amount of cooling. Well, everybody, that's what I got for you guys today. I just really wanted to get that off my chest because it's irritating me to no end on how many people are throwing away cards. I don't mean that literally. They're selling them on eBay, so they're not throwing them away entirely, but just getting rid of cards so that they can get ready for the new 4000 series. Just doesn't make sense. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like the video if you liked the video and subscribe to the channel. Link is down below to the merch store. Go get some great merch. If you guys enjoyed this video, go check out the video on my differences between air and AIO coolers for your CPU. It honestly is really helpful for those who are trying to make that decision and which one is kind of better. And a little bit of a sneak peek, they're really kind of similar. It's just getting one that you like. Thank you guys again for tuning in and have a good day.